get set to rock and roll. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. To the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Bell in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Mark 22, Mark 22. Watch the right side. Mark 22.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open, it's Moss complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Right there, 54. Go down. Let's go double count right here, double count. He's coming, double up. 8 up. Cross. 12. Check safety. Check. Go down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, there's no doubt in my mind the defense has to be excited. They should be excited after what they've done recently here. But guess what? My old coaches always used to say, when you're having that kind of success, be careful. Play your keys, play your techniques. Watch out for something coming at you.
Good job defending the run. Probably going to have to defend. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. And 59 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Deion Sanders on the tackle. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
14.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Urlacher, what a force getting in there for the sack. On 3rd and goal, Wilson finds his tight end Ingram. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Bell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And an alley to run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Jackson to throw again. That's complete to Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To throw is Jackson on third down. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Javon Hargrave drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Pull together. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Running with Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Matt Breida, 38 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bobby Bell in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that one's complete to Gurley. He chucks him aside.
Bumped him.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson. He's got Smith here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 55, Mike. Ready, go. That's the pass. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. What we got?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-time fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And Sanders now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20, escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Javon Hargrave in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Clear. It's out time. Good. Mike 54.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Check it back. Quick.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.